You are now tuning into VIBEZ. Oh my mama, I look good. I look fly. I look good. Check my swag. God damn it, I forgot the words. Oh my mama, I look good. I look fly. Check. Can y'all please tell me how it goes? Y'all know that song? Oh my mama, I look good. I look fly. I look good. Check my swag. Wish you could. I look fly. I look good. I look good. Good. I can't remember the rest of the words. God damn it. God damn shit. It's okay. It's okay. Because it's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of one age. Hi, it's me, Mimi, and you're tuning in to another episode of VIBEZ, the podcast. Y'all, I'm so sorry. I've been going for a few weeks, but I've been busy. Busy bitches. Before I keep rambling and talking shit and forgetting song lyrics, can y'all please help me out with that one? Because it's another line and it's another bar. I can't get it. Because you can't keep rhyming good with good. I mean, you can, because that's what the fucking rappers do anyway. Oh my mama. I feel like he said I smell good, or I'll figure it out. I'll look it up. That's what Google's for. Anywho. You guys, let's get into the song of the week. Now, this song is kind of odd, but it's so good though. I really like this joint. I think y'all will like it too. It's very different. This is Mick Jenkins with Elephant in the Room. So check it out, and I'll be right back.
Elephant remembers it all, down to irrelevant. The regiment, a journey that slightly resembles the revenant. The valley of the shadow of death, militant energy prevalent. Cautious, not hesitant. I'm no average bum, not Travis Guns, but I know street etiquette. Don't be negligent. I found this knowledge, no prerequisite. Shout out to feminists, the real ones. All of the others is enemies. It's evident. Niggas ain't swimming with me in my element. These lying niggas Ryan Lochte. I'm more Michael Phelps with it, a bit more eloquent. Better temperament, a different thermostat. I'm learning that I tell the truth and they gon' do me like Copernic. Got it burning up. Just some Hebrew boys thrown in the furnace. You can turn it up. Then we multiply. Stepped out draped in decadence. Like excellence, edified, exercise, and eat my vegetables. If food for thought was vegetables, then you gotta know that it be pesticides. Revolution won't be televised. They want all my niggas pacified or paralyzed. Can't plead the fifth. Jumping out the plane, no parachute, just faith. I see the Sith. Anakin with the eager wrist. Building off this water on some beaver shit. You know who to leave it to. Flow sound like he don't know what's tending to. And shit is just beginning to take shape. Niggas get bitter as grapefruit, but couldn't hold the pen after shake weight for 2 months. Some say I'm too blunt. Couldn't give 2 fucks. Under the same weight would crumble like blue cheese. Crumbling blue dream. I need like a QP for the month and some octane for my pony. I roll up under tents in a hot box by my lonely islands that I got flown to. I wrote them bars off of Stony. Remember us hella bent. Remember like elephants. Remember.
Hey y'all, I'm back, and I hope you liked that joint. That was Mick Jenkins with Elephant in the Room. I told y'all it was kind of awkward. It was a little different. The beat was definitely different, but it worked. So it's kind of like a spoken word piece. All I know is that song's been on repeat for me. So shout out to Mick Jenkins. He's from the hometown, Chicago. Y'all can find him on Apple Music, Spotify, and SoundCloud at Mick Jenkins. So y'all go and support that song. That joint is different, and I like it. And elegant. I don't know what he said. They trying to... I'm going to figure out the words to that too, because apparently I don't know the lyrics to shit. Speaking about what I don't know, let's get into some black shit. Girls, all this black shit. I don't know. Black ass shit. So, first up in black shit, y'all favorites person. Well, this is kind of good news. I'll say that. This is kind of good news. So, y'all know Orlando Brown. He played Eddie on That's So Raven. His friends staged an intervention, and they got him to go to rehab. Because y'all know he was out here bad. Like, I guess he was still in LA. Y'all seen all these IG videos of him just out here bad as shit. And then he had the weird Raven Simone tattoo on his neck or some shit, or his chest. And we're like, what is happening? He was just out here real bad. And then I think the last thing that we saw about him was he robbed a hotel or something in Vegas. And his dumbass got caught on video. Even though he said that he wasn't there, but of course they caught him. But this is good news because his friends cared enough about him, like the good friends. So now we know he does have good friends. They cared enough about him to stage an intervention and get him to go to rehab. They cared enough about him to be like, yo, we want better for you. Like, we know that you can do better. So I hope he comes out of rehab a new, better person. And I hope he's just kind of rejuvenated and he is able to see like a better outlook on life. Because I would say I hope he gets back to his old self, but we don't know what his old self was. That's probably why he turned to drugs and started struggling. Because he probably, behind the scenes was probably a shit show. Y'all know that's how it is mostly for a lot of those Disney stars. Like on the TV shows, we love them. And it's like, this is my jam right here. But behind the scenes, their lives are shit shows. And all of them pretty much crackheads. So, shout out to Orlando Brown's friends for staging an intervention and getting him to actually go to rehab. Shout out to Orlando Brown for accepting and being open-minded and like, yeah, I'm going to go because I like the fact that y'all are supporting me and I appreciate that. So, shout out to him. Also, our favorite cousin who just married into the royal family is pregnant. Meghan Markle is pregnant, y'all. That was fast as shit. She just got married like 3 weeks ago. And now she popped off. Y'all know I talk about this all of the time. But it's like, ladies, gentlemen, give yourself some time. Like, damn, before y'all go get pregnant and all this stuff, enjoy your marriage first. Like, give yourself some time. I know they wanted a new little mixed baby in the royal family so he can be around there half British and half, just black. I know it's probably like the royal way, as soon as you get married, then you have to have a baby and all of this good stuff. I mean, I get it, but it's like, goddamn, y'all just got married. Like, I mean, I guess they have been dating already, so they have been together. So it's probably, we do the same shit every day. Like, we know how to do this. I guess. Congratulations. That's what I mean. I guess. Congratulations, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry Belafonte. What's Harry's last name? What's that last name? Do y'all know? Or because I feel like I'm just drawing a blank. Like, we know the last name. I don't know. I truly don't know. Harry. Can't be Davis. Harry. What the fuck is that last name? What's Princess Diana's last name? Just Diana. See, I don't know. What is their last name? What's Meghan Markle's new name? What's her new last name? I truly don't know. I'm drawing a blank. I'm gonna have to Google that. Oh, I wish I had like one of those sound things. I'll figure it out later. But ladies, this is for us and gentlemen. Also, this is for y'all too. Cause on this show we don't discriminate with nobody. It's gray sweatpants season. And y'all know what that means. And I will admit, I am the pervert who you really can't tell is a pervert. First off, man, if y'all are out here wearing gray sweatpants, you know you're wearing it for a reason, because you want us to look at your print. Now, I might in person, when you see me, look like, I'm very conservative and all of that good stuff. Like I wouldn't dare do that. But let me tell you how I be sneaking all the peaks, looking at all of the pants and all of the gray sweatsuit pants. Do you hear what I'm saying? I be looking at all of y'all prints. I be like, my God, it's right there. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. It's a monster. Oh, my God. Look at that. It's a ghost. I don't see it. But I be looking. Looking I be. Be I looking. So it's gray sweatpants season. And I look forward to it. I would like all of the tall men chocolate and milk chocolate. And, little coffee creamer. Y'all too. Y'all white men, coffee creamer. In Chicago, I want all of y'all to just walk down the street wherever I am. I want all of y'all to just engage in this and wear a gray sweatpant and just take your time when you're walking and walk slow and make sure they are one size too small. You hear what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's how men shop anyway. It's like one size too small. Make sure that's what the sweatpants are, one size too small. And I will do my very best to look at all of y'all's prints, okay? I'm going to do my very best. I'm going to look at them all. I'll give it all fair chances and fair judgment. But men, if you own some gray sweatpants and you're going to wear them and you know that your penis dick is not bigger than your pinky finger, then don't you wear those outside. Okay? Don't you wear them outside. That's just trauma that you're causing onto other women and men who are taking time out of their day to look. That's where we get our excitement. And what you're going to do is wear these gray sweatpants with this glow stick and no, we can't see it. And you're going to come out here and you're going to traumatize me. I don't need that in my life. I don't need any more trauma in my life. Okay? That's why I'm in therapy. I don't need to be going and telling my therapist that, I seen a glow stick because of the boy walking down the street with the gray sweatpants and I couldn't see his print. I don't want to tell my therapist that, but I will. Do you know what I'm saying? So men, if you know it's not for you, it's not for you. You don't have to engage. You can just be on the other side and looking with us. If you want to look at gray sweatpants prints too, then you can do that. Just look. Don't wear them. All right? Thank you. This has been a public service announcement. Moving on. I swear I knew this was going to happen. I felt it in my soul. I felt it. Like I'm British or something. I felt it in my soul. So, Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson called off the engagement. Because first off, they got engaged out of no fucking where. And I was like, I didn't even know she liked him and he liked her and then they liked each other together. So I didn't even know that. And I definitely knew that it was going to be called off after Mac Miller passed away. Because I was like, she literally just broke up with that dude. And now she's engaged. So I was like, first off, this is some bullshit right here. Because I feel like she was just one of the girls who liked the thought of marriage, but didn't have a fucking clue what marriage actually was. So if her and Pete Davidson got married, I feel like they would have been divorced within a year. So I'm like, first, both of y'all are children. Y'all are young. So I don't know why y'all rushing into marriage. Y'all don't even know each other. And it was just too many signs for me. It was like, where the fuck? This came out of nowhere. And you don't like just leave a relationship like she was with Mac Miller and then go and get engaged to be married within months or weeks. Because you haven't given yourself time to get past or get over your last relationship. And she definitely was not over that. So I really did. I knew that they were going to call that shit off. Because first off, y'all don't even match. You don't match. Neither one of y'all match. And then I don't think Pete Davidson has a job right now. Is he still working on SNL? Oh, he does. I take that back. Okay. But or Pete realized that Ariana was crazy as fuck, like Big Sean did and all the other people she dated. They realized she was crazy as fuck, and they was like, nah, bro, this ain't gonna work. That could be the case. Because I wonder who decided. See, now I'm really thinking about this. I wonder who decided to call off the engagement. I think I'm going to go with Pete. I'm going to go with the fact that he came to his senses, or his mother intervened, or parents or somebody. It was like, no, Peter, she's crazy. Peter, she's dangerous. Peter, she scares me. And Pete was like, all right, Mom, all right, Dad, I feel what y'all saying, so I'm just call it off. That's how I went in my mind. Oh, now I'm really curious. Now I gotta do some digging. And when I say digging, I mean I'm not gonna do it. Whatever. All right, y'all, that's it for black shit. Because, that's it. I don't have any more to talk about. I'm not talking about y'all cousin, MAGA. Y'all Trump supporting cousin. I'm not talking about him. So we're gonna move on. You guys. Don't be mad at me, but we're gonna skip What the Fuck Chicago this week. And we're gonna go into the question of the week, and this one's gonna be fairly short because nobody answered the damn question. But I thought it was a good one, and so I still wanted to talk to y'all about it. So the question of the week was, what's a career or goal that you secretly had or wish you could do or would like to pursue? And so I posed the question. I probably worded it differently, but that was the question overall, like what secret career or goal do you have that you would like to still pursue? And nobody responded, and that's okay. But I'll tell y'all my secret career or goal. It's a career. I still would like to pursue playing basketball, professional basketball. I honestly thought that I would be playing for the WNBA. I played ball in elementary school, high school, and then I did like a little intramural in college. And it doesn't matter if I haven't played ball in years. If somebody asked me to play, which I did like a few weeks ago, I'm there. If I get a chance to do it, I'm there. And that like passion and excitement that I have for it, it never goes away. Like I be tired of shit because I know I'm getting older. And I'm like, I need to work out more if I'm trying to be out here playing ball with all these grown-ass men. That's beside the point. But my thing is, like, the passion that I had for, or that I had for when I was a kid and a teenager, and the excitement for it, it has never left. It's the same. So when I geared up and played ball with some friends, all dudes, I was still excited. I was tired of shit. I was having like 4 heart attacks and 2 babies, but I was still out there on the court. So I was like, that's the secret career that I kind of put on the back burner. But if I had the chance, I would still pursue it. I truly would. Because I love basketball so much. It is a dream of mine. In high school, I legit thought I was going to be in the WNBA. I thought that in elementary school. Because I was, my cousin and I would play like all the neighborhood kids, and we always won. It was rare. I'm not going to say we always won, but it was rare that we lost. And I'm not, trying to seem like I was the shit, but I was. But that's why I was just like playing all the kids in the damn neighborhood with my cousin, and we still won. And I also want to say, so I went to play ball with my friend Doug and some of his friends, right? And I don't know if I shared this with y'all, but I just want to say, so the fuck you get to that little boy who hit me in the eye and I still flamed his ass. Boom, with a 3, and we won the game. He was hacking me, trying to block my shot. He hit me in the whole motherfucking eye. Feel what I'm saying? I almost cracked my eye open, but I still flamed his ass. I think I traveled also, but nobody called it. So it's all good. So just want to say to that boy, so I flamed your ass on baby. On baby. We're going to move on, y'all. Oh, I'm excited because you should be excited too. So, what we're going to do for the topic of the week is same thing for the question of the week. What secret career or goal do you still or would you still like to pursue? Or do you have a secret goal or career that you still like to pursue? So that's the question of the week. But what we're about to do now, we're going to get into an interview that I had the pleasure of doing with author Tarree Douglas-Templeton. And we're going to talk about his book, or you'll hear us talking about his book. He's an author. He's a Black author, so super excited about that. And then we'll talk about some other dreams and passions that we have. So that's what we're about to get into now, you guys. So check out the interview. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the topic of the week. I'm excited to talk about the topic of the week, also because we have a guest with us. So we have Tarree Douglas-Templeton, who is a Black author. Y'all know how I feel about Black authors. Like, y'all know. So we're going to have some fun with this segment, topic of the week, but we'll talk to Tarree about his book and where he got inspiration. But we also want to get into the topic of the week, which is a dream deferred. So I just kind of was thinking about this because I feel like there's a lot of us, whether it's millennials or the age group, I don't know what we call ourselves right above millennials. But I feel like it's a lot of people, young people out here, and not even just like all young people. I just feel like it's a lot of people in general who have like this dream that they've kind of made secret, they put on the back burner, probably because they feel like they can't do it. I feel like there's a lot of people out here working the typical 9 to 5, and they like their job and they make good money, but they have not gone after that dream and that inkling that they have. So I kind of just wanted to talk about that and probably inspire somebody to really go after and do what you love. So Tarree.
Yes.
Is there like this secret dream that you have or something that you've always wanted to do, but you probably thought like, I don't know if I'd be good at this or if I should do this?
Well, yes. I mean, the field that I'm in now, being an author, I mean, for the longest, I mean, 10 to 15 years, I've swore up and down, I was like, oh, just work your 9 to 5 and just, do your day to day. This is just something, just for you to pass as a pastime. But then I noticed I just really couldn't, give it up. And I said, this is something I really want to try to get into. But it took me a very long time to get away from that fear, that stigmatism that, it seems like our community, has sometimes when it comes to chasing your dreams.
Yeah, and I definitely know that feeling all too well. I kind of want to backtrack, so I don't want to be rude. Tarree, can you introduce yourself? Just tell us a little about yourself for all the listeners who are tuning in.
All right, my name is Tarree Douglas-Templeton. I'm from Maryland, and I'm a Black author. And I'm just into creative things, all types of things, arts, fashion, literary things. I just like to be inspired by the world that surrounds us.
And I think that that's dope. Like right now, I feel like people are more in tune with being their creative selves, knowing that they do have talent, especially in our community. Like we're just starting to realize that maybe I should put my talent to use. Oh, I am really good at this, or I'm really good at that. So we're now seeing it, and we're now starting to understand that we can work for ourselves. We can start our own businesses. We can be great. We can do the same thing on like a better level. So I'm really excited about the creative world that's happening in like the Black community right now. So definitely shout out to you for being an author and writing your own book. Because that is a struggle within itself. I mean, I'll tell y'all about that some other time. That is a book finished. What I do, if we're like, since we're talking about the subject of like a dream deferred, you said, being an author is kind of something that people you wanted to do, and now you've done it. What I do want to know is, like, how did you come to the fact, or where did you get the motivation from to finally say, bump it, I'm going to get this done?
Well, I think it's a funny story. I think it came when my spouse finally just got tired of. I had literally just been writing forever, and I always had these composition books, and I used to keep them in the closet. And my spouse finally came to me and was like, "You know what? It's either you do something with these books, or I'm gonna throw them all out. You got to do something. I'm tired of these books in this closet." So finally, I just got real with myself. I sat down one day and I just said, "You know what? Reading all these stories that you've written, all these things that you've had to say, and all these visions that are in your mind, what are you going to do with them? Are you really just going to sit here and, keep doing this and nobody knows?" Or, I finally just got tired of it just sitting in front of me. It was like the talent was sitting in front of me, but I didn't want to realize it myself. And I was, like I said, it was just that fear, that, wow, is this something you really want to invest your all into? Or is this like what is it?
I definitely understand. That kind of like goes into the second point of the topic of the week, the dream deferred, which is like, have you worked on it in some sorts? And like you said, you had like these composition books that were just piling up. And it's like, secretly, we might work on it, on whatever creative thing that we're doing or that secret dream that we have. We'll work on it, but we don't like 100% believe in it just yet. So we'll put forth some effort, and it might be over the years. But if you're asking us, like, is it finished? Is it done? For me, I would think like it's, I don't know, kind of secret feeling that that we're gonna fail, and you don't want that, even though you know that that's kind of inevitable. Like, what was your secret feeling surrounding getting the book? Why did it take the time?
Well, I really do believe in what you just said about the failure portion. That was the main factor. You felt like, I'm going to really step into something that I've never done. When you're used to working a 9 to 5 every day, that's normal. You wake up, go to the same clock, you clock out, go home. It's the same repetitory stage every day. But when you're stepping out into this creative world, now that I'm, kind of wandering over into it, I notice that everything's different. There isn't a set time frame. There isn't a time clock. It's all these different things that is opening me up to. So that's what kind of eased the fear away and made me kind of say, I'm going to go ahead and go for this.
Man, that's super dope. Like, I feel like a lot of us have to find something that we connect to. Like, how I look at it is you have to find something you connect to outside of whatever it is that you're doing. Like, if you're writing a book, I feel like you might have to go and connect to, I don't know, like get therapy, like talk therapy, because it's motivational in a sense that it's helping you to figure out why you're avoiding it. But at the same time, I would think that you're generating ideas also for the book or for a next book or something. So you're still getting motivation from it and inspiration, and it's sparking your creative mind. That's just how I would think about certain things. And I know for me, that helps me with being creative. Because I'm like, I tell everybody, definitely in therapy. So every time I leave like a therapy session, I'm like, I have a new idea, something that I want to do. I just expect to spark some creativity. So what I do want to also know is, Tarree, can you tell us the name of your book and then give us like a little premise of what the book is about?
Okay, my book is called Black Royale, and it's about a fight for freedom. It's about a fight for forbidden love and all these different things. It's about an 1800s battle for the crown. It's basically a love story that goes wrong and all the drama in between that causes it. And basically it's set to the tone of the inspiration from not really hearing a lot of, our history in that aspect. They'll talk about, our slavery. They talk about us and our oppression. They talk about all these different topics, but I've never heard of a story of this caliber where there's a royal family, a black royal family, they're in control of this island, they're fighting for their freedom that they just got, and they're trying to hold on to it with all they have. And you don't really hear those types of stories. So when it came to me and the ideas started just flowing to me, I felt like I just couldn't stop writing the story. So I just wanted to tell it.
And you know what? I will say, like, I started reading the book, and like in the very beginning of the book, paying attention to like the setting, and I'm like, this is 1800s, and then I'm like, this is also a Black family, and I'm also like, I don't know if I've read a book about a Black family in the 1800s, like in any kind of aspect. So I feel like that aspect right there is already going to draw people in, because I was like, this is very different. So where did you get like that story from, or how did you come up with the concept?
Well, it really didn't come from anywhere. I just got really inspired by the Caribbean landscape, their heritage, their people, the stories that you haven't heard, about various things and their culture. So I said, that's our culture. You don't hear a lot about a lot of things from Africa. You don't hear a lot about our history, period, except for what's texturized and given to us in textbooks, everyday literature. So I said, there's gotta be something else. So I said, you know what? One day I got to searching on the internet, and I just typed in Black royals, and I came across a young lady that's involved with the English royal family from years and years, centuries ago. Her name is Queen Charlotte, and she was half Black. She had African features, but when I saw her pictures, they, of course, lightened her skin, made her look more fair. And I was like, that doesn't work for me. I said, our young people, our older people, anybody that's interested in these genres should be able to look for something where they see their skin tone, or they feel their texture, or they feel their culture within this story, not something that's just texturized and boxed and given to them.
What I also want to know is, I'm always like curious about authors. Like I kind of stated before, it's a process getting the book finished. It really is. So I've been working on the same book for 6 years now. Yeah, don't judge me. I feel the judgment. I sense it in your voice. But I have, because it's honestly a process. You kind of lose motivation. You get writer's block. Your ideas don't flow naturally like they were in the beginning. So I want to know, what was your process of getting the book complete?
Okay, well, first, this is what I'm going to tell you. The time frame on the book is all about your motivation into the book. With me, I can write a book in about 2 months. Okay. And for some reason, I'm just very inspired. Like I said, I could just be walking down the street and I'll hear somebody playing a Lauryn Hill song in their car, and that inspiration starts clicking in your mind. And I write multiple books at once. Like I can work on 2 or 3 books at the same time and juggle back and forth between them. And it's just from the inspiration you're catching from everyday life. But that's just because I'm very immersed within my writing. It's just a talent that I've always had, but I've never really expressed and let blossom. And now that I'm letting it blossom, I want to say, let writer's block catch up with me.
Mm-hmm. That's right there. That's definitely a talent, because what I cannot do is write 2 and 3 books. Now, I attempted that, and I started. I think I was writing like 2 books at the same time, but then the second one became like this short story, and that one never got finished. And then the second book, which I feel like I finished it, I probably have like 1 chapter left, but I think for me, like I kind of lose focus, because then my story, I don't ever want my stories to get mixed up. Which, now that I'm saying it might not be a bad idea, because that's where I can draw some inspiration from.
Yeah, and then I believe it helps you jump back and forth, so you don't get, how sometimes you'll get dull, like you just said, you'll just kind of get dry on ideas for one story. So if you switch over to another one, while you're writing this one, you can say, oh, well, here's some other ideas I had, then I can hop back over to the other one. It just kind of helps keep you motivated.
You know what? I just gave myself some advice, and I definitely thank you for giving me the advice. I'm like, sometimes you just got to say stuff out loud to make it make sense. I'm like, oh, now that makes sense. Okay, see what you did there. Tarree, do you have like any other works or like books that you worked on that are finished or projects?
Yes, this book now is actually my 3rd book. My first 2 books are a part of a family crime thriller series called The Northcotts, and it's available on Kindle and Amazon.com currently. And like I said, I'm also working on 2 other books that'll be coming out, which is Black Royale 2 and also another book called A Life Divided.
Do you have like a favorite book that you've written or something that you haven't released yet?
Well, my favorite so far, to be honest, is Black Royale, the Black Royale series. Like all my other books, I have love for, but this book in particular, like I said, it's just I don't know if it's the culture that's drawing me into it very much, but I really fell in love with it, and I just really fell in love with the story that I'm telling.
Okay, well, I can see that. It's like sometimes, even though some people might think like your best work is something that you really didn't put much effort into, and then on the other hand, you're over here like, I like the idea of the story. Sometimes you can go back and read your own works and kind of shock yourself and be like, oh, I wrote this or I did that. This is actually pretty good. I have those moments a lot. So I would definitely like be sure to say, do you have those moments where you kind of go back and read your own works and be like, I wrote that? That's actually good.
Yeah, sometimes I'll go back and read over like the preview before you submit for the final, and you're like, wow, I really wrote that. Ooh. And then you get that kind of like I want to call it a balancing scale. You're kind of nervous, like, oh, is that too much, or oh, is it not enough? Or, that's what it is. I think that's the best part of being a writer. That what if.
Oh yeah, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you because it's like the what if is kind of unlimited because there's so many things that can go behind that. So I definitely agree with you. What I do want to know is how did you get into writing overall? When did you like discover that this is it? This is actually what I want?
Well, I've been writing since I was a child, at about 7, and it just was an escape. Growing up in these hard viceland, surroundings that we grow up in, because you need to find an outlet. And I really wasn't into sports, and I really wasn't a good ball player and all that stuff. So I just kind of stumbled into writing, and I was reading a book one day. It was by Elin Harris, and I said, "This is really good." I said, "This is really good." I said, "I wonder if I can write something like this." So I just started writing, and I've just been writing ever since.
I again, I can agree with you with that. I think for myself, the earliest I remember like truly sitting down and writing is probably like the 4th grade. Because they would have like these competitions, whoever wrote the best story. And I remember just having some off the wall type stories. Yet my teachers seemed to like them. And I was like, I actually enjoy coming up with this creative concept because it's like you get to go into this world of your own. And of course, it's like make it, but when you're in the process of writing stories, it's like you're inside of that world that you're creating. I think for myself, that's like the greatest part of writing for me because I feel like I can put myself in situations and it's kind of like a fun way to think about it. Like, how do you, when you're writing and creating your stories, are you like placing yourself or do you picture yourself in the story or what's like your vision behind it while you're writing?
Well, a major contributor is music. I'm a big music person. Once I get the music going in my ears, I've got my earbuds on, and that music is playing. I can see the story playing in front of me, and it's like you're just writing it. You're just writing it, and it's like you're walking through it. So it's like you said, like you're submerged within the story, and that's what makes it so easy to write.
Yeah, well, music definitely does help. I think it's like a universal thing or universal language. Because what I will say is I can't write like my ideas don't flow if I'm not listening to some type of music. So I will agree with you on that. What I also wanted to know, I almost forgot my question. Man, my mind went blank. I've been drinking. That's what happens when I'm trying to get my life in order. It's a struggle. It's a constant struggle. No, but what I do want to know is where can people like follow you on social media if they want to find out like any more about like your upcoming projects or anything else?
They can follow me on Facebook at Tarree Douglas-Templeton, or you can follow me on Instagram at T Douglas-Templeton MD, and that's my life.
On IG is life.
Yes, IG is life. I mean, because it's you're always taking selfies. You're always, documenting these moments, these things in your life. So of course you want to make sure your readers follow along.
That's true. Definitely true.
And I like peeking in on their pages too. So I like peeking in on their pages too.
I think we all do that. I'm like in the process of course I use social media, but I feel like I'm behind when it comes to like the actual usage of it. Because there are people who like, and not to say it's a bad thing, but there are people who like post every day, multiple times a day. And my little behind self is over here like, you got this, one post for the whole week. I hope this. Oh my God, I gotta do this again.
I mean, it's a love-hate relationship. I mean, like, I love Instagram because I'll have those times when I'm like fairly busy, like, when I'm over here promoting a book, or when I'm going to this event, or I'm doing this over here, that, I want to make sure that my readers see me here, or, let them know about the event if it's in your area. But there are some times when I'm on my downtime where me and IG have nothing to say to each other.
That's me, like, all the time. I don't know what to give y'all today, because I really truly don't. I'm start making up some stuff in a hot second. What I do want you to do, Tarree, can you spell your name? Because some of the vibes in this they're little slow. So you gotta let them know.
It's Tarree. That's Tarree. Tarree.
It's Tarree. That's Tarree.
Pronunciation is the key, Tarree.
Get it? Do you not understand?
I mean, it's weird though, because I've been called Thomas, Terrence, and you just look at people like, okay.
I'm not even gonna get started on names. That's why I just tell everybody to call me Mimi. Okay? Started on names because people can't seem to get something simple right. And I understand everybody's not good with syllables and vowels. Okay, so I understand that. Tarree, I definitely do want to thank you for being on the show. Thank you for being a listener, a supporter of VIBEZ Podcast. Everybody, please go and you can go and get it. It's on Amazon Kindle, and you can download the book about the book platform now. Is it on another platform?
No, it's only directly on Amazon and Kindle, and I want to make sure everybody leaves their opinions, and it's been a pleasure for you having me as a guest on your show. Thank you very much.
You are more than welcome. I'm truly honored just to have you on the show, because, everybody's not calling in or asking to be on the show, so I really do appreciate this so much. And guys, make sure you follow Tarree. Get the book Black Royale. It's pretty good. And we're going to be out here supporting Black authors. Again, thank you so much. And we're going to get you back on the show. I'm definitely going to get you back on the show so we can have like a drunken conversation.
Oh, definitely. Anytime. Just send an invite.
I definitely will.
All right, y'all. That was the interview with Tarree Douglas-Templeton. And I hope you enjoyed that. So we're definitely talking about his book. You all can, like I said in the interview, find that on Amazon and Amazon Kindle. And it's very different. I'll tell you that the book is good. It's very different. And I had a really good time doing that interview. I do apologize for the audio because y'all know I'm still figuring a lot of this shit out. So, I'm gonna get better on that, I'm gonna get better. I'm better. You guys, let's move on to Ratchet Drink Chronicles. Now, I'm gonna share a story with y'all because I'm currently not drinking anything. I'm just drinking water because I really have to rejuvenate. That's not the word. I have to hydrate. What the fuck I get rejuvenate from? I have to hydrate myself because Jesus Christ, it was a struggle last night. I'll tell y'all that in the shout outs. But right now for Ratchet Drink Chronicles, I'm just drinking water. I honestly have to hydrate myself. So no Ratchet Drink Chronicles. I'm on a liquor strike right now because a bitch was too drunk. Okay? I was too drunk. And speaking of being too drunk, let me give y'all some shout outs of the motherfucking week. Where them shout outs at? Ooh, I like that. I like she did that. She did that. Don't steal my shit. Don't y'all steal my shit. First shout out goes to Isaiah Russell and Calvin for the film Love Lessons. So again, I mentioned this a few episodes back, but I got to be a part of a short film called Love Lessons, and we premiered that on November 2nd at the Bridgeport Arts Center. If any of my Chicagoans are interested, you can go to Eventbrite and get some tickets there. Just type in Love Lessons. I believe the tickets are $20. But shout out to Isaiah and Calvin. This past week, I went to do the promo photo shoot, and we did like a behind the scenes interview about our characters and what the film means to us and upcoming projects that we're working on. So shout out to them. I actually had a really good time doing that. And then I did some camera work myself. So your girl is well versed. I do a little bit of everything. So they did ask me while we were doing having the interviews filmed. They was like, "Can you be the camera lady?" I said, "I sure will." Pay me. I sure will. So shout out to them. I had a dope time there. And then just shout out to Taylor LaRue Studios. Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all want some dope ass pictures from a real photographer here in the city of Chicago, look up Taylor LaRue on IG, or just look up Taylor LaRue Studios. You can Google it, but he is so freaking dope. His photography skills are literally out of this world. Like, he's super dope. So I get the chance to work with him, so I'm excited about that. My other shout out goes to the I don't know if I told y'all. I can't remember. But sorry, I really can't remember. I've been drinking too much. But shout out to the Various Artists Film Festival. Omar McClinton and Zora Aston. I got to host a panel on two films about fear, or the different kinds of fear in film. But they weren't. One was kind of like a psychological thriller, and the other one was a drama. I think I did tell you all about this. Chan Smith, I think. So shout out to Chan Smith and Zana. They had some really dope films at the Various Artists Film Festival. So I had the chance again to just like host that panel with them while they premiered their films, and then we just had a really good time. And then I had the chance to do like 8 different podcast episodes for my other podcast, which is Meditations, Conversations, and Libations. You all can go and subscribe to that now on SoundCloud and Apple podcast right now. So that's where we are with that one. And I had a really dope time. I met some really good people, y'all. So I had an awesome time at the Various Artists Film Festival. And again, thanks to Omar and Zora for inviting me and asking, or just thinking of me as being able to do it and just host and do the podcast. And then I was told that I did a really good job. So people liked me. So thanks to them. Here's my story, right? Before I get into my story, I just want to say thank you, shout out to my best friend Dominique, because she be coming through in the clutch. She saved my life because I was drunk and I smelled like a skunk. But even though she didn't tell me that I stunk, I knew I could smell it. I could see it on her top bunk. And when I say her bunk, I mean her head, because I knew that she was mad. But even, I got bars. I could have kept going. But shout out to my best friend Dominique. She came to pick me up from my drunken stupor that I was in, and she took me home because I had a mad hangover. Like, it was ridiculous. So here's my story, right? So shout out to my friend Doug. Every time he gets me into some shit. Like last time he got me high as fuck and I thought I was gonna die. And this time I was drunk as fuck. But here's the thing. I was hanging out with him. I went with him. Oh, also we got a chance to go to the Surround Sound of Fashion, the fashion show. They do it every year here in Chicago. So that was extremely dope. Met some really cool people there. There's a lot of Chicago celebrities out. Queen Naija performed. King Combs performed. Vic Mensa was there. So I had a great time at the Surround Sound of Fashion show. So we went there. And then after the fashion show was over, we were like, okay, we're going to go out to some clubs and all that stuff. So we go out. I don't remember the name of clubs. I don't remember the name of shit. The first club we went to, we definitely had fun. And they was playing all of my music. And then Doug got me, I think he got me like 3 drinks. Yeah. Now here's the thing. I love a great cocktail, but I can't drink how I used to. Like in my younger years, I can't do that anymore. I get drunk fast. I get like my maximum number of drinks that I can have while I'm out is like 2. Really. Except for if I'm drinking beers. Like it's going to take a few beers to get me to a point where I'm like, okay, I need to stop. But yeah, I was drinking on Crown Apple and lemonade. And that shit it took me out. So I had like 3 drinks at the first club. Then we left there and we went to another club. And I'm there dancing and drinking again. And then Doug's cousin came and he came with a friend. And then his friend started buying us drinks and then shots. And I was like, well, I'm not paying for the shit. And then I was still drinking, y'all. And I didn't realize how fucked up I was, right? So this is what I remember. After we left that club, we got in a lift. I remember I was like, I gotta throw up because it was that bad. I'm like, I gotta throw up. Doug ain't shit. He lifted my head out of the window and was like, go for it. And the Lyft driver was like, do you want me to pull over? He was like, nah, we cool, keep going. So I was just like throwing up as the car was moving and as the man was driving, throwing up into the air. That's so nasty. My throw up probably hit somebody's windshield. Oh, I'm trifling as fuck. But we went home. I had to stay at his house because I was like, I can't make it home. Y'all, we woke up the next day. I legit thought it was like 10 or 11 o'clock at the latest. I didn't fucking wake up till 2:30. I was like, how the fuck is it 2:30? Had the worst hangover. Couldn't get out of the bed. I was like, my life is in shambles right now. I was legit in the bed almost all day. And so he went to get us something to eat. I couldn't even eat it because I couldn't move. And I was like, this shit is terrible. So my best friend Dominique ended up calling me and was like, where are you? Or why do you sound like that? I was like, because I was actually asleep. And so she ended up coming to get me around, I think it was like 6 o'clock. And that's when I honestly got up for the first time, besides going and taking trips to the bathroom. But I really got up and had to put my shoes and shit on. And so when she was outside, I let my friend Doug know. I'm like, I'm leaving. I had all my shit. Go outside. As soon as I sit in her car, because the wind hit me, I was like, oh, fuck, I gotta vomit. Like, it's coming back up. Because I had just been in the house all day. And that wind smacked the shit out of me. And it was like, no, bitch. So I had to go back in his house and throw up. Then got back in the car. And then Dominique told me I had like crackhead lips. Because I can understand that. Then she also told me don't talk because my breath was foul. And that was my day, y'all. I was drunk and had a terrible hangover. I just had a really bad hangover till like 6:30. When I got in the house, I came back home. She dropped me off home. I was in the shower. I took like a 30-minute shower because I was like, Jesus, I need you to wash all these toxins out of my body. Just wash them off and wash them out. And he did. With the help of two Aleve also. So shout out to Jesus and shout out to the Aleve. And shout out to Dominique for coming through in the clutch. Because I was like, oh, Jesus, had I had to get another Uber, I probably would have ended up throwing up in their car. Or they would have pushed me the fuck out. So that was my day. That's why I'm on a liquor strike. I think I had about 6 or 7 drinks while I was out, and then I had some shots, and I was like, this is way too fucking much. And I had not eaten again. Like, we went out at like, the fashion show started at 6:30. I got there a little late, like 6:45-ish, but I ate maybe at about 3 or 4, so I thought I was good, and I had not eaten anything else after that. So I was like, my life is in shambles. So that was my life. I'm on a liquor break. I'm tired of I'm tired of being drunk and then getting high on accident. So I can't live that life anymore, y'all. Y'all pray for me, cause a bitch needs some prayers. So those are my shout outs, y'all. Let's move on to therapy. Oh, I gotta get like a catchy thing for that. Girl, what's all this advice you giving out? It's free. No, I don't like that. It's okay, I'll come up with something later. You can judge me. I don't give a fuck. So here's my this is so bipolar. Here's my advice this week for therapy. What I truly want people to do, or stop doing rather, is stop making up stuff in your head. Like, I've been having conversations with people all week long, with my sister, with my nieces, with friends. And you know how we put stuff on ourselves? Like, we put like way too many things on ourselves, and we think we're Superman and Superwomen. But then we can't handle certain things because it's like it's too much. And we take that anger out, or that frustration we have on other people. And these people have never done anything to us. Like, my point kind of being is, stop making up stuff in your head as to why, you can't do something, or you can't do this, or you refuse to talk to this person. This is completely made up in your head. Like, yeah, we all go through stuff. Mental illness is real, but a lot of times we make up these things, these stories in our head, these excuses of why we can't do this, because it didn't work the first 3 times, so I'm not doing it again, because I feel like I just have bad luck, and every time I try to do that, something breaks or something doesn't go right, and it's like you're making up stuff in your head. So you're making up these excuses, and this is why you have that fear of going and trying to do it again, because you've made up a completely crazy story as to why you can't do that. You've made up a false story in your head about why you're not talking to the only friend who supported you. You made up a completely fabricated story about why you broke up with so-and-so and why he or she is never going to get another chance. I really want to stop making up these stories in our head, because a lot of us are afraid of the truth and we don't want to face it. And so we just make up excuses and we make up stories and we stick to them like it's facts and it's truth. And what I just want people to know is that you are blocking yourself from growth. You're blocking your blessings. You're blocking yourself from meeting and networking with great people, or you're blocking yourself from all of the great opportunities that are supposed to be coming for you, and you keep wondering why all the good things are passing you by. Like, you are able to go out and start your own business. You are able to go out and make amends with your best friend, or the friendship that you broke, or make amends for that relationship that you want to try again. Like, you're able to do that. You really have to stop making up reasons in your head as to why something won't work. If you keep thinking like that, then you're gonna, before you know it, it'll be 40 years later, and you're gonna be looking back like, God damn it, I'm 80 years old, I'm 90 years old, and I really should have did this. So that's just my advice for the week. Stop making up stuff in your head and stop blocking your own blessings. Stop getting in your own way. And I really hope y'all take that advice to heart, because I really want people to know, like, we all have opportunities. You guys, 'tis the end of the show. I don't have no mo. A bitch got to go, because I'm still a little drunk. Hui! You guys, make sure you go and follow VIBEZ Podcast, Facebook and Twitter, and then on Instagram, that's askvibez. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast on Apple Music, on Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you can hear a podcast platform, you all can go and subscribe to that. And make sure you tell your friends to tell their friends to tell their friends, or the grandpas, the grandmoms, or anyone to just, listen to the motherfucking podcast. I'm pretty sure I've told you all this so much and you're tired of me saying it, but I'm going to keep saying it until you all really go and subscribe to the podcast. I'm going to stop talking like that now because I feel like I'm losing my mind. Oh, you guys, make sure you're answering the questions of the week. So you can go follow VIBEZ Podcast IG page, which I post a question of the week there every week. That's askvibez. Make sure you're following the IG page so that you can keep up and respond to the questions of the week. A lot of the times I usually have good questions. And then I love you all's responses. If you want to share a story or any kind of thing that's appropriate, you can send an email to askvibez@gmail.com. And I would gladly read it on the podcast. If you'd like to be on the podcast, you can still send me an email and we can set some stuff up. And if you're in the Chicago area and you want to be on the podcast, again, send me an email or hit me up on IG. And we can set something up, because now I officially have a studio to record in. So, yeah, I'm moving up. I'm on the up and up. And I think that's it, y'all. I think that. Oh my mama, oh my mama, I look good. I look fly. I look good. Check my swag. Wish you could. I look fly. I look good. I look good. 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 50 on the net wear, 100 on the stopwatch. That's all I remember. Still can't get the verse. I'm gonna look those lyrics up. Definitely gotta do that. Yep. And I'm out this bitch.